What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We are rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the whole summer transfer window for you guys to stay up to date with on YouTube every single day with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Do leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. We smashed it on the last one. Can we hit it on this one as well? That would be fantastic. And also don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts, what you make of these transfers in the comments below. So we're going to crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs, and we've got an update on Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Now, he's still expected to leave Manchester City this summer. Is it going to be a permanent transfer? Is it going to be a loan? Man City seemingly looking like they're pricing out the main club that were interested in Taylor Harwood-Bellis on a permanent transfer, and that was Burnley, where he spent last season out on loan with Vincent Kompany, and he had a cracking season with them. However, Man City have asked for £15 million for him, which Burnley have said no to, so that's too expensive. Now, Nixon says that 100% Taylor Harwood-Bellis, he will not be joining Burnley this season unless Man City bring their price tag down. Man City have confirmed that they will not be dropping on their £15 million price tag. There is interest from other clubs, including Leeds United, West Ham and Fulham. Be interesting. I don't think Leeds United are going to be spending £15 million after being relegated to the Championship. West Ham, Fulham could be options for them. I know West Ham had a £20 million bid rejected for Harry Maguire, so for £5 million less you can get yourself a Taylor Harwood-Bellis. I'm not sure what to make of it, if I'm complete honest opinion. Are any of these clubs going to pay £15 million? Are Man City being unrealistic, or are Man City sticking to their guns? Taylor Harwood-Bellis didn't go out on pre-season tour. He's kind of left in limbo. Don't really know what's happening. I imagine we will get clarity on his future either this week. If not this week, then certainly next week. Anyway, speaking of Burnley, moves us on nicely to Cole Palmer, and Alan Nixon's been speaking about him and says that Burnley, they want to sign Cole Palmer from Manchester City on loan. Leicester City are also interested in taking Cole Palmer on loan. We already know Brighton and Hove Albion aren't interested in loaning Cole Palmer. They'd rather sign him permanently. Not really heard too much of a word from Man City in terms of a permanent sale. I imagine if he does leave this summer, it will be a loan rather than a permanent sale, because Cole Palmer is highly rated by Manchester City, and there is the chance here that Cole Palmer could be staying at Manchester City if we don't find a replacement for Riyad Mahrez in our first team squad. Now, Burnley have said to Manchester City that they're willing to give Cole Palmer regular Premier League minutes and regular Premier League starts. Vincent Kompany highly rates Cole Palmer and believes he can get the best out of him as well. And it is believed from Man City's camp that Burnley are offering the best package so far, that should Manchester City sanction a loan for Cole Palmer at some point in the coming month, then Cole Palmer could end up a Burnley player on loan. Leicester City, of course, been relegated to the Championship. I imagine Man City are quite keen on Cole Palmer getting Premier League minutes rather than Championship minutes, because I feel like that is more of his level, and I feel like City agree with that. Now, moving on to the final transfer of the outs, takes us on to a pretty big update on Kyle Walker. And Bild over in Germany have said that no progress is being made by Bayern Munich over the last week with Kyle Walker, even though they've sat down, had meetings with Manchester City and spoke about Kyle Walker. No breakthrough, not even close to a breakthrough. Manchester City's price that they're asking for Kyle Walker is too expensive. We've already heard from Pep Guardiola himself, who's confirmed that Kyle Walker, he wants him to stay at Manchester City. He's an important first team player. He's been captain for Manchester City for every single game whilst we've been out on pre-season. I wouldn't be surprised in the next week or so to hear that Kyle Walker has been announced as Man City's captain for the upcoming season. And if that is the case, then I imagine that Kyle Walker will be staying at Manchester City. And as each day goes by and we get closer to transfer deadline day, I would say it's looking more and more likely that Kyle Walker will remain a Manchester City player rather than leaving the club. It is believed that Manchester City do still want Kyle Walker on a new contract, so if we can get that sorted, then that would be fabulous, because we're not having much clarity put on a lot of our first team players whose futures may be in doubt. So I think that needs to be the focus for Man City over the next 7 to 14 days to get that sorted, so we know exactly what direction we want to go in with this transfer market for the remaining 3 weeks or so, once we've got the future of everybody sorted. And that takes us really nicely onto the ins, because the saga of Josko Gvardiol goes on, and I firmly firmly believe that that is the hold-up. They keep speaking about price. They keep speaking about money. Man City and negotiations. If we're not happy with that number, we will walk away. It's as simple as that. We aren't walking away because Man City want clarity on their first team squad. They don't know what's happening with Cancelo. They don't know what's happening with Kyle Walker. They don't know what's happening with Aymeric Laporte. This has been going on now for weeks. I don't really understand what the hold-up is from Man City's end to get things sorted. Man City really pushing hard for player sales? I'm not so sure, but what has been said is very interesting. The secret scout has said that Manchester City, right now, if Laporte isn't sold, then Manchester City don't need a left-sided centre-back and no defender will be signed by Manchester City this summer. The secret scout have gone on to say that Man City not too sure on Gvardiol and this price and are continuing, they feel like Leipzig are continuing to stall on negotiations and because of that are looking at alternatives. And the fact that no other names are being put out there is telling me we're maybe not looking at alternatives here. And this is a little bit of a tactic being used by City to try and get them to budge on their number. But Gvardiol, he's keen on this move with head from Mateo Kovacic saying he wants Gvardiol at Manchester City. This is getting what I would describe as a very ugly transfer if this doesn't go through. And I wouldn't rule out if Man City don't sign Josko Gvardiol, Man City ever going into negotiations again with RB Leipzig, which baffles me because RB Leipzig, they have their price and that's the price they're looking for and they're not budging on that. There isn't a release clause, so you have to pay the price that they are looking for. And just because they're not moving for Manchester City on negotiations, Man City don't have the right to sign Josko Gvardiol. Either we pay the €100 million and we make the signing happen, or we should have walked away weeks ago to get our squad sorted. Gvardiol will have a release clause next summer. Leipzig are pointing towards it. It's £112 million. It's more expensive next summer than he is this summer. It's a very unusual, very strange transfer. My stance very clear here. We need the future of our players sorting ASAP so we know who we want, who we've got and what direction we need to go in, because at the moment we're in limbo. We're heading towards that deadline, August 12th. Even Josko Gvardiol said he wants his future sorted before the season starts. Season starts August 12th. If it's not sorted by then, he's happy to stay at Leipzig and Manchester City are going to miss out and Man City are going to have to stick with what they've got, which there's two ways of looking at that. Either Man City's got a very strong squad, it won the treble, pretty happy with that, but we've already had players leaving. We've not really strengthened the squad and Man City, to me, can be and should be doing a little bit more in this transfer market. We've got a massive month coming up. We can't do anything till the future of the players who might be going or might be staying are sorted. Are they going or are they staying? If they're going, get it sorted ASAP. It needs sorting so we can bring players in, because we face the possibility here of closing in on Gvardiol but missing out on him completely. A top-class, young, professional, fantastic centre-back would be a cracking signing and we could miss out because we're stuck in limbo and we've not got the future sorted of players that we, quite frankly, should have been sorting out before the end of last season. And we kind of did, we kind of didn't. Laporte was crying, he was meant to be leaving, and yet he's played in every single pre-season game. I don't know what's happening. Nobody knows what's happening. It's getting a little bit frustrating. I can understand the comments when we're getting in a little bit of frustration in there as well. To me, Man City need to kind of strip this back and go back to basics with the transfers, and you do that by getting the future of your squad sorted first before you do anything else and adding any players into the squad, because otherwise you're in a desperate situation to either buy players or sell players depending on which way you're heading in the market. Not how Manchester City do things. And I don't want to say this, but I've been doing this for a long time and I've seen Man City get in these positions before. Man City have been in situations like with Gvardiol where we've walked away and we've not signed anybody and we just give it another year to assess and try and bring somebody else in, and it's a tactic that's worked really well for Manchester City. But the fact that we've already had Gundogan leave and Kovacic come in, there's your replacement. We've already had Mahrez leave and nobody come in. Squad's just starting to look a little bit thinner than what it has. We don't know what's happening with the likes of Walker, Laporte, Cancelo. Man City needs to get that sorted. In my opinion, it needs sorting ASAP so we know who's going and who we can bring in as well. Time is ticking. It's running out. We've got a month left of the transfer window. So there we go. That has been today's transfer update. If you did enjoy this video, do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. 300 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Daily Manchester City transfer updates coming for you guys to enjoy every single day throughout this summer transfer window. So do subscribe. It is free. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description too if you want to go and follow me on there. And do let me know your thoughts, what you make of these transfers as well in the comments below. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.